Hello. Don't be put off by the sunshine in the background. It's absolutely freezing. But what I wanted to do was that Dahlia bed because we've had 2 nights of frost. And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and put a few leaves over these green beans with a bit of sawdust. And these can be finally put to bed today. Coldest day. We won't get above 3 degrees today. I don't know if I've said this, but we're currently at plot 2. The dahlias have been dealt with at plot 1. It's just waiting for a little bit of frost, and I had no cardboard left, so I came yesterday or the day before and brought cardboard. Come on, little spider. I think he's quite cold. But the greenhouse does say 10 degrees. I don't know what it is about the greenhouse here, whether it's the location. But plot 2's greenhouse just seems to get so much warmer. I think what you do sometimes do though is you watch other people's YouTube channels. I've actually managed to catch a couple of lives this week, and I never normally am able to. And they say, oh, we do this, we can grow this. What can you do with this? What can you do with that? And you forget that we're all in different locations, and what works in one location might not work in another location at all, because me and my dad have actually proved that we can both grow very different things at different times of year. I'm here on the east coast and my dad is in Derbyshire in the Peak District. Sometimes when I'm driving to my dad's, my ears pop. He's high up and he cannot grow like I can grow at certain times of year. So that in mind, I think watching what others are doing does help, but then try and see if it suits your location, and if it doesn't, then you've learnt something. This is glass from this building. It's falling out the roof. I've told the lady several times it falls on my plot, so I just put it back on hers. And the thing is as well, usually when it smashes, it's such tiny little pieces. That's that. Actually got more green beans than I thought, so the mice haven't actually had them all. This is the new carrot and parsnip bed. Or now I think that's 1,000 across, which I think is a metre. When we built the fencing up at plot 1, we used 1,200 pallets and all the 1,000 pallets we broke up and saved the planks. So that's what we're using now to make the sides. And on a rainy, cold day, whatever, Mark's just building the sides in the garage and then putting it all together here at the allotment. So, and the reason that we've done it, is that I feel like we had the carrot root fly. The net kept coming off, and this brings me to the research that I've done that suggests that the carrot root fly does not get into high beds, which is why it was built. And down here at plot 2, we got this plot in January, well, my son did, and by April the greenhouse was rebuilt and we were growing in it, and I did very little work to it apart from cleared it, leveled it out a little bit. I'm going to build another one of these, and this area here is going to be the in-ground potato bed that we're going to physically deal with. At the moment there's a lot of bindweed in here as well, so at the minute it's covered in, you can see the bindweed, so we're letting the winter do its worst. We're going to dig it over. You can see chunks and chunks and chunks of it, and we're going to spend next year 2026 dealing with these areas. So we're going to put a fruit bed in here, fruit section. We're going to put a potato in-ground bed there. We're going to seal off this area with just cardboard and try and keep the weeds at bay and not growing. We'll keep working on this area, but what I did do is I probably didn't do enough work underneath the beds before I put them down, so I am getting couch grass and bindweed growing up into the beds. This area I've just moved the beds and dug it out and then recovered it, so that area I feel like I've dealt with. But this area, we'll see how much comes this year and see how we get on. I'm going to get some more bricks for that cardboard to hold that down until it rains. And then this area here, this is a newly created area by me this year. Oh, there's more glass there. I've started putting a strawberry bed in down there. And this is all couch grass that I'm trying to kill off and build a pathway, because down there is the access to the water tap, and this is the neighbour's plot. So plot 2 I think is bigger than plot 1. It feels bigger. They're both half plots, but I just feel like plot 2 is bigger. And the other thing that I'm here to do today is I've got a water barrel overflowing, and we have got freezing temperatures again tonight. If you keep your water butts sort of slightly empty and not overflowing, then if they do happen to freeze, they don't generally here because we don't get it super cold for super long lengths of time. But I just empty her and then I just run some water down the gutter in. To make sure it's working and it's going in. And I do that with all of them. We have had hailstones and I did set these green beans, but what's happening is I have a cat that's digging in it and using it as a toilet, and it's digging up all the green beans, and the shoots are now exposed to the elements, so I'm not sure if they're going to be any good, but I will cover them over again today in the hope that, because I did put this thinking it might just deter the cats, but you can see the ground's frozen now. Oh, I can get it in there. Generally if you put sticks and stuff in, it does stop them. I'm going to take a few of these seeds while I can. These are the Sweet Williams. No, they're not the Sweet Williams at all. Ignore me. They are the stocks. Can't really not take out the weeds while you're here. The frost will kill a lot of them off. There's some geraniums in there. Right, I've got some celery seeds there to go home as well. It smells like celery. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece of cardboard down there, because I know I've got garlic in that half, and I know there's nothing in this half anymore. The peas have finished. I have a bit of carpal tunnel, and when I'm using scissors, oh, it don't half catch me, like electric shocks down my fingers. The trouble with me is when it's been raining, I've not been able to come too much. We're right at the back end of November now, so I have got quite a lot of jobs I want to get finished. I think what I'm probably going to have to do today, if I'm honest, I think I'm going to have to get all the jobs done that I kind of need to do before the frost comes. Although they're saying, we don't normally get a heavy frost when the weather forecast says down to 1. Sometimes we get a bit of a light frost, but it's not normally that bad. But I do know it'll kill off a lot of plants when it goes down that low, because there's a wind chill as well. Right, so we've still lost the trowel because we want cardboard down on that one. I know I have more than one trowel as well. That's the nasturtium seeds drying out, and that's two potato buckets. They're fairly small ones. I think they were 10 litres. Just 2 of those. I've washed them. They have got a little bit of scab, but they're going to be used today. And I've thrown away the ones that were severely affected with scab. But I'm all right with that. I'm quite happy with those two 2 buckets worth. That's quite a lot of potatoes. The temperature last night dropped down to minus 0.1 in the greenhouse, but have still got nasturtiums flowering on the doorstep, so it wasn't a hard frost. There's also 3 bags of carrots that I'm going to deal with shortly in the greenhouse. That's the potato bucket, well, one of them anyway, and the compost that was left over I've put into there. Temperature last night, that's better. It was 0.1 the day before, so same temperatures, but we sealed the greenhouse, so all the little nooks and crannies and around the edge, we just got a dry hour and we managed to seal all around the outside of the greenhouse and any gaps where rain was coming in. And I tell you, that has made a massive amount of difference with the temperature. It's either too cold for the silicon to set or too rainy. Let's see if that one fits in there. Oh, what a shame. It does fit. In fact, I would say it's the right size, but kind of needs attaching somehow. Just manoeuvring really required to get it to sit right. That's it. Job's a good one. I think we're going there. I needed them, you see, to fit without. So then what we've got is we've got these. Now obviously we want slimline water butts. It's going to rain this weekend, so we'll test that theory. It's locked in position and it didn't need silicone. Got rain tomorrow, so I wanted to try and get it done today. It was -3 last night outside, so that's not too bad.